Shade 45, it is the all-out show. Lord Sear, Rude Jude. We have someone that is intelligently smart.
We're like talking to the top like 0.0000 percentile.
Okay. Hey.
You don't like that? You rolled your eyes. It's Rick Rosner.
Hey.
Nothing with Rick
You're the
Ross.
second smartest dude in the world.
I got the second. I have the second highest IQ in the world, according to one list of people with IQs.
Who's this other guy? Let's go fucking handle him.
Evangelos Katsoulis. He's a doctor in Greece.
He's a Greek doctor.
Fuck that motherfucker up, B. Where you at?
He seems nice. We don't need to fuck him up.
We don't need to fuck him up. We can fry his brain. You know what I mean? We can give him some drugs that'll slow him down a little bit.
You got to get the drugs to Greece, though. And he's a doctor. He's going to know.
He'll know, won't he? Jesus Christ. All right, well, yo, number fucking 2 most highest IQ ever is fucking awesome.
Yeah, so he's like the P of IQ, and I'm the duty of IQ.
The P of IQ? What's the P mean?
Number 1 is P, number 2 is duty, so I'm the duty of IQ.
You're
what is like, because I just got like an 80 on my IQ test. That's like...
You need to practice. It's like push-ups or football or anything.
Bro, I'm retarded. Like, I could probably get like a job as a Walmart greeter doing what I'm doing.
I can work with you for 2 hours and I could raise your IQ by 20, 30 points.
Ain't that some shit?
What?
God damn it.
But can you do it sober?
It was much higher than I had a PCP overdose, and it's very hard for me to do numbers and shit now.
Well, still, it's just, we can rehab you.
All right, shit. I like what you're saying. Here, you're fucking super duper intelligent. Is it frustrating for you to talk to like regular people?
It's frustrating because when communications is hard. It's hard to talk to people regardless.
Yeah.
So I see where I fall short all the time. I worked in bars for 25 years, and that's like ground zero for not being able to talk to people.
Yeah, you got like regular people, then you put some alcohol in them, which makes them even dumber, and then you got to deal with them.
And the lights are low and the music's loud, and bars are designed to help, fucked up people get laid.
It's for people that aren't good at spitting game. You just get them. You just ply a woman with alcohol, and you dance a bit, and you don't even have to talk really.
Right, because there's no. It knocks all the inputs down. The noise, the no lights, the drunk. It gives people who wouldn't normally be able to hook up a chance.
I love bars.
But that was when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, and now the internet does the same thing.
That was pre-AIDS, bro. You must have just been slaying chicks.
No, I may have slept with about 16.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're a bouncer.
I know, but it's still, you got to have some game.
That's what I mean. You're too smart for you're too smart for these chicks. You probably say some shit to them and their heads will melt and they don't even understand. Like you hit me with the P and the duty. I don't know what the fuck that means.
This was before all that pickup artist bullshit, and like, I had no game. I didn't know how to do stuff.
What was your approach?
I'd sit there and, every once in a while I'd talk to a woman, and then I'd ask her to dance, and then we'd dance like 5 dances in a row.
You're a good-looking dude.
Hell no.
Got a strong jawline.
No, that's a hair. I've got a hair chin. I've got no chin, but I grew a beard to give myself a chin of hair.
That's what the smart guys do.
Well, I tried to get a fake plastic chin when I was 18, but then my mom was friends with the plastic surgeon, and back then people were skeptical of being altered, and so my mom rejected it, and then the surgeon wouldn't do it for me.
So you wanted to remix your face. You're like, fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons I started working in bars was I wanted somebody to smash my nose, and then I could get a really good reconstructed nose like my buddy Charlie Weidman.
Really? But you got a good nose. You got a strong nose.
I got a nose job eventually.
Get out. How big was your nose before?
It wasn't that much bigger. They moved my nostrils in a little bit.
You had like black people nostrils?
Pretty much.
You look like a young Spanish kid. I see one of your pictures.
I know. He looked like, look at his picture. He looked like a cool Spanish cat. You look like the most interesting man in the world or some shit like
Hello,
that.
Jose, get some soda.
Yeah, but you still have to be able to close the deal. I mean, when I was a stripper, I still couldn't get laid because you still have to be able to talk to women even if you're naked.
You were a male dancer?
Not a good one. and not in places where you had to be a good one.
You must have had a big dick then.
It's okay. It's
So what did you just? It sounds like you were just like some guy that didn't like himself with a medium-sized dick and just kind of wagged it on women. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah,
Jesus Christ! What's your stripper name?
hot, which is bad because it turns out to be bad because it sounds.
Hey, it's hot.
But hot doesn't read like it should have been like Pony Man or something where you can. But like hot comes out saying like hot to the state, hot, and it's what it's
Yeah.
Mr. Hot. Table 2, please.
God, see, it gives everybody like, so you're like really smart in some areas, and in other areas you're not super smart in.
My Twitter handle is dumbass genius because it's a pretty solid mix of really stupid and smart.
Do you find that since you are so smart, you're a little more socially awkward?
Pretty much, but I mean we're in L.A. here, we're in Hollywood, where it's full of people who have the opposite of Asperger's. They're so frickin' slick,
right?
That it's a whole different thing. So I worked in bars forever. I met 750,000 people, so I can talk to people okay, but not okay compared to a lot of the people in the entertainment industry and just in LA in general. They're schmoozers.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
Yeah, but they're really good at being full of shit.
It's funny. It's like I was thinking about that. If anybody could be good at anything, it just takes dedication and sacrifice.
Sure. I mean, there's Temple Grandin, who's like fully like Asperger's. She's the woman who squeezes cows so they don't freak out.
What, she goes and squeezes cows?
She works with cows. Like cows, when you take them to be turned into meat.
She's a cow whisperer.
Right. They get really nervous, but she figured out a whole set of techniques. She relates to cows because she's got high-grade autism where, she can understand what the animals are thinking. And
does she be like, moo?
No, but she'll go into the cow. No, but she'll freak out and she'll go into the cow squeezing machine and get squeezed, and it makes her feel better.
The woman gets squeezed by cows too, or by the machine?
Yeah, because it calms her down. But she's had to teach herself how to talk to people because being kind of Aspergery, it was hard for her, but she practiced, and now she can simulate, being at ease in conversation.
But she really isn't.
No.
888-742-3345. We have
Mr. Hot.
we have Hot here, the smartest fucking. You're the smartest man in America.
I've got the highest IQ.
Yeah, we'll just say you're the smartest.
All right, okay.
Let's not undersell this. You're here now, bro. Smartest fucking man in America.
Right on.
All right, except, for Bill Gates, who skips taking IQ tests and makes $90 billion. So that's smart.
That's pretty smart, too.
Too smart.
Are you really good at telling who's stupid when you're talking to him because you're so fucking smart? Can you be like, this guy's an idiot?
Wait, do that again?
I do not compute.
I can tell who's shit-faced in bars.
I'm trying to figure out what's so good about being the smartest guy, and there's not a ton yet.
No, not the way I've done it.
Yeah, you're like a genius, and you're like, I can tell who's drunk. Fucking, I can tell who's drunk.
Hey, look
Rick.
at that guy.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, 888-742-3345. This is your chance to fucking just. Do you have Asperger's too, or are you just?
I don't know. That's one of those things where everybody they feel like they go to a party and they feel a little uncomfortable, so they say, "Hey, I must have Asperger's." It's self-diagnosed. I don't think it's even a diagnosis anymore. I think they kicked it out of the big book of mental diseases, and it's just part of autism right now. So I grew up before they knew about Asperger's pretty much, so nobody ever pegged me with it. I was just frickin' nerdy.
You seem just like a dude to me. You just seem like a regular cat.
But that's after, starting to work in bars in 1980 and then, going all the way till like 2005.
You're a TV writer now.
Till I got fired, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Is it hard, like, if you're so smart, like, look, man, I'm not even that bright, but I have a hard time going on dates and listening to stupid people. I'm like, damn, you're so fucking dumb. Like, just shut up so I can fuck you. Like, I know it sounds awful, but like, You gotta be bored talking to like people that aren't as smart as you, right?
Well, I mean, in TV, everybody's frickin' smart, and on the things I've worked on, everybody was super high end.
Just really good at what they do.
Being funny takes a lot, brains wise, and yeah, and people don't go around, talking about Kierkegaard. We're making Kardashian jokes, but still, it's tough to come up with. Everybody's heard 100,000 jokes now. 100 years ago, you're on the farm, you hear like 2 jokes a week. Now you go on Twitter, you watch late night, you hear 100 jokes a day. So to be able to come up with stuff that's funny to people who've heard everything, you got to be skilled.
Our phones just crashed, so we lost every one of our calls. So guys, if you couldn't get through, try again. 888-742-3345. We got Rick Rosner, the smartest man in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah,
hanging out.
I'm gonna build you up. The smartest man everywhere except for Greece. I gotta imagine there's some Chinese motherfucker like out there just bending spoons with his brain.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty smart too.
Yeah.
I say we just go kill all your competition.
No, it's not a competition. Well, it is, but we're gonna pretend it isn't.
Okay.
What kind of chicks do you like? Do you like chicks that are like brainy, or do you like chicks that are like simple?
Well, I've been married for 24 years.
Oh, for real?
Whoa,
Yeah.
okay.
Is your wife very smart? I guess, is she listening right now?
She's pretty smart.
Okay.
She hasn't had math since like 10th grade, so she's not real mathy. But,
Yeah.
But she's good at stuff. She's a good writer.
Right.
She's good at organizing stuff.
And I find that some people have different types of intelligence. Like my one ex, she wasn't like the brightest in certain fields, but as far as body movement and muscle memory and stuff like that, she was a fucking genius.
That's nice. She could kung fu people.
She could kung fu.
Oh.
She could choreograph. She could hopscotch. She was very good at like anything that was body oriented.
I'm looking forward to the future where we can just buy a chip and you jack it into the back of your head, and all of a sudden you've got kung fu, and you got.
I'm worried about that because then I'll hack you. You know what I mean? You go ahead, you put your little chip in, and then I'll hack Rick, and then I'm like, Rick, go rob that store.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be.
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
Everything's gonna be weird that way.
That's wrong.
But what I'm looking forward to is maybe some little chip drugs where I could be like, I feel like tripping balls with no hangover and just throw that shit up in there, and then I'm like seeing shit.
Yeah, but then you're like that. You get hooked on it, and you do that till you starve to death.
I'm already like that anyway, and so I might as well just do it without having to take a toll on my goddamn liver and shit.
Yeah, the government's gonna have to get involved and like put a governor on the chip, so after about 8 sessions, it shuts down.
Hoe ass government. What was you gonna say, Sear? Sorry, man.
Like, I hear you. For a person who hasn't been with a woman in a very, very long time, is that because of your IQ or laziness? Like, why?
No, wait. I've been married 24 years, so I've been with a woman.
Okay, but I mean, in a relationship or haven't had sex in a long time.
Well, we have our Sear here hasn't had like sex where he hasn't had to pay for it in a long time.
It's scary, and it's like, back in my 30s, in my my younger 30s, I'm 42 now. My younger 30s, it was like a rabbit, like Jack Rabbit. But since I've been working here and gained weight for the past 10, 11 years, it hasn't been the same. Like,
But you got the internet.
You forgot how bad you smell too.
Sex isn't as much of a thing as it was.
You smelled you? That's cool.
Sex isn't as important now. Everyone's playing on their fucking phone.
That's right. There's so much other stuff going on. There's Avengers movies. Food is better. In the 70s, there was nothing but fucking. Everybody was skinny from jogging and cocaine but now there's a bunch of other stuff going on, and you've got, a billion naked pictures on the internet, so that, it's sex with other people is not that big a loss.
So people aren't going out.
Thank you.
They got more things. They got video games instead of blowjobs.
I don't know,
They're fat.
because I'm an oldish guy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm kind of generalized. Like the pills I take to keep my hair kind of knock my dick down a lot.
Man, I got the Viagra hookup, man. I fucking
You ain't
lace
got to
man.
hook him up. He's IQ, man. No, if he knows how to mix up Viagra with Cialis.
You probably get tired of sleeping with your wife after 25 years, huh?
She's probably more tired of it than I am.
Well, you gotta use that brain power. Are you into like weird kinky shit? Because I find that the smarter people are, the more weird they go.
No, only to the extent that, I've jacked off like 15,000 times. And after that many times, just looking at boobies doesn't work.
Yeah,
So
it
what
gets
do you
bored.
like?
I'm tired of jerking
Like
off a lot of
Like
times.
the animal shit.
Not really, no. I mean, back in the early days of the internet, you kind of took what it gave you. But now, there's enough regular stuff that you don't have to, wander off into the weird areas.
How'd you come up with the number of how many times you jerked off? Do you like once a day?
Yeah, that was a
Is
quick
that-
number.
Once a day times, 45 years is,
Shit.
40 years is like, what is it, 14,600 times more or less?
All right, so
Yeah.
I've jerked off once a day since I was 15.
How old are you now?
I'm 37.
So that's 22 times, that's 7,300, it's 8,300.
That's not bad. 8,000 nuts all
No,
on my hand.
I probably screwed up the math.
Cleaning
a
up with the
little
sock 8,000 times.
Yeah.
bit. 8,030, I think. Anyway,
That's not, well, give or take.
yeah.
All right, we got a gang of people that want to holler at you. Let's go to John in the queues. What up, John? Hold up, John.
Real though, I would just like to ask, number one, has he ever considered gambling? I feel like he would have a future in horse betting. And number two, has he ever considered the option of politics? I feel like world domination would definitely be up this dude's alley.
All right, two things. One is there's a huge VIG in horse racing. Don't they pull like 20%? And you have to overcome the house frickin' advantage.
So, isn't Baccarat the best? Baccarat or Blackjack?
Blackjack, at least you can learn to count cards and reduce the house advantage, but it's
Yeah.
tough because they use like an 8-deck shoe.
Right.
I knew guys who were doing it when it was 1 or 2 decks, and then you could really have an advantage. Now, with politics, I was student body president in high school, and I did a super shitty job. And I'm like, I don't want to even be tempted to do this again because I don't like myself doing it, and I don't like the crappy job I did. So I just got naked in public a lot. So I can never be
You got butt ass naked in public. Oh yeah, you was a strip dancer.
stripper, nude art model. There's
You
no
love
way
that
that I can ever run.
Why you
for-
doing all these jobs that poor people from trailer parks do? Like you're real smart, and then you was like, I'm gonna fucking wag my dick on someone's shoulder.
I thought nasty ladies would take me home from the strip joint, teach me all sorts of sex tricks that would give me sex power, in a
Wow.
relationship.
Word.
Okay,
Didn't
okay,
work like that.
Okay.
And with art classes, I thought, either I'd meet somebody and we could hook up, which I didn't, or people would have to stare at my dick for 3 hours.
And that's that.
Wow.
888-742-3345. You got a question for the smartest man in the Western Hemisphere
Number two.
world,
Number 2.
Rick Rosner.
That's right.
Let's go.
This is the All Out Show on Shade 45. 888-742-3345. Toll-free number to call. It's the All Out Show at Rude Jude. Lord Searith here with the second smartest man in the world.
But you're like the most smartest person in America, Rick.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Rick Rosner.
Yes.
Now we got a bunch of people that want to holler at you. They got some questions. I got a question for you.
Okay.
All right, so you know how you sweat when you get real hot?
Yes.
Do you sweat when you're in the shower?
Yeah, it just gets washed off. You can get out of the shower being all sticky and messy even though you just showered off.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll wash up and I'll be like, why do my armpits still smell like I just washed that shit? And I must have sweated on them again.
Yep. I have that a lot.
Ain't that a bitch?
I'm sweaty right now.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, because it's radio.
You're not used to this shit.
No.
You can't tell, man. You're crushing it, bro.
Well, thanks.
Wait.
But I can feel it trickling down my ribs.
See, man. Hey, man, what's your Twitter?
Dumbass genius.
Follow my
I like
man,
that.
Dumbass Genius.
I like that. Rick, I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
What animal comes a lot?
Like ejaculates?
Yeah, too much.
Well,
When they
some
have
animals
sex.
can jack off like people jack off. So like gorillas can do it, and it goes really fast. I think a gorilla can jack off in like 15 seconds.
They just
Yeah.
because they gotta get that nut off before the next gorilla comes up and tries to fuck them up, huh?
Yeah. So I assume they come a lot. My best friend in high school used to have a beagle that would sit on the back porch, hot summer days and suck itself off. So I don't know. Beagles seem to come.
Pigs can come for 5 minutes. They have 5-minute long orgasms.
Yeah, get the
I
fuck
don't know
out
if
of
they're
here.
I don't know if they're like shooting loads the whole time, but they're like, I'm a pig.
Who's that noise?
That makes me feel sorry for pigs because that speaks to their intelligence.
that they can come longer. They're smarter.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of shit going on with them emotionally that they're having, that kind of.
Good ass nut.
Yes.
Yeah, pigs are very smart animals.
And also they have hooves, so like they're not going to be really working their own stuff.
No, they can't jerk off,
Oh no, they'll bleed.
and they got corkscrew penises.
Right.
Oh, like their tails?
Yeah, it's like a little wiggly wiggle dick.
You ever watch pig porn, Rick?
I've never seen pig porn.
Does a really high IQ make you rich? Asks Snap Effects on Twitter.
Some people, it's not correlated. It's up to a certain point. There's maybe 140 or so. It looks like you might be more likely to be successful. Above 140, that correlation goes away.
At 140 IQ?
Yeah,
Okay.
You
Is
know-
people skills more important?
it seems like it. But I mean, look at all the internet guys with the guys who make billions of bucks and sell their companies for 300 million and stuff like that. That's not people skills. That's coding skills. That's
But half them ideas I'm not even that impressed by. They'll be like, oh, you like Twitter? Well, here's Shitter. It's just like Twitter, but it's pictures of poop. And then they sell it for a gang of money. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
stupid.
yeah, but it's not. They got 80 million. Now they're on to the next thing.
I guess you're right. But, just money doesn't mean smart.
But the question was, can it make you rich? Yeah.
True that. Let's go to you guys got the smartest man in the motherfucking America. Ask him some questions. Let's go to who's this? Lou in St. Louis?
Hey Lou.
Yeah. I wanted to know, what you think? Do you think it's extraterrestrial life out in space and shit, aliens and shit? You think that shit exists for real or not?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do not give a shit about us. When you look how excited we were about space in the 60s and 70s, they'd let school out. Everybody would go sit in the auditorium and watch, the Apollo launches. And everybody thought our future was in space. Now, we're talking about going to Mars. We got the International Space Station. People can't really give a shit. 60,000 years ago? I don't remember exactly.
Fuck them, right?
Yeah, but
YOLO.
but you look at their skulls, and it turns out they may have been at least as smart as we were. Maybe.
So I was looking on my genealogy thing, and it said I had some Neanderthal in me.
I think we probably all do.
I got like a couple percentages of that
I think
shit.
there was some crossover sex.
Yo, if I was back then, I'd have fucked all of them. I'd have got me a Neanderthal bitch. I'd have got a regular cave bitch. I would have got all them chicks.
You just would have had to deal with people who had like big eyebrows and who were hairy everywhere.
I would
I'd
have
have
fucked
fucked a
them.
squirrel.
Right, I would have fucked a mammal and some crazy shit.
Go in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smartest guy in the world. Is this probably one of the most intelligent conversations you had all week?
Yeah, I mean, because at home we're watching Chopped on the that's my wife's one of her favorite shows.
Let's go to Goat and the Natty. Goat.
Yeah, what's up? So first of all, it's a good show today. I'm enjoying this conversation thoroughly. But Rick, man, you really remind me of a dude I went to high school with. Really, really smart. Ended up killing himself. And I was just wondering what your thoughts were.
Was he able to
like that? But look,
You remind him of a really smart guy that killed himself.
Well, I mean, was he able to get laid?
His demeanor, yeah, he got laid a lot. He was a really, really unique guy and one of the smartest people you ever meet. But I was just wondering about your thoughts on the correlation between intelligence and mental illness. They say every bit of...
I think it gives you a more narrow plank to walk. I think it's probably easier to fall off, the sanity course. And from time
dude.
because you get interested in stuff. You get you
you
start
realize all the
focusing.
bullshit too.
There's that, but like you might, when you look at the lives of smart people, sometimes they focus on not real estate. I mean, if all the smart people in the world went into real estate, then like regular realtors would be in trouble.
Yo, here's the deal. Where are most of the smart people going right now for work? Are they going all into banking and shit like that? Are they like, fuck, trying to make things better? Because it doesn't look like the world's getting any better.
Yeah, people think the world's going to hell, but if you look, I mean, we live like kings and queens compared to people 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Like I said, like sex is less important now because like everything in the 70s except for sex sucks. The clothes were ridiculous and the food was frickin' space food sticks and Tang were treats.
Yeah, but you didn't have all of the fucking tomatoes tasting like tomatoes back in the day.
Yeah, but who's going to eat tomatoes? We eat stuffed crust pizzas, which are much more delicious than even the tastiest, like, unfucked up tomato. But anyway, to go back to, you can't generalize about, what smart people are doing, though a shitload of them are working in, digital technology. And then a bunch of them are getting ready for us to have like a biotech revolution.
What does that mean? Is that the little shit where you put in your body?
Yeah, where, some people think that if you can live for another 30 years, then you'll be able to live for another 100 years because medical technology will start kicking so much ass.
What?
Who the fuck? I don't even like like teenagers right now. Why the fuck do I want to live another 30 years?
Because there's going to be awesome stuff. All the awesome stuff is in the future.
Yeah, I guess. But right now, what's the awesome shit? I got Grubhub. Like,
yes.
Ooh, like Instagram. I can see some fucking single moms like self-help meme. Like that's depressing.
Yeah, but you can pick and choose. Like it's much better than when there were 3 networks plus PBS.
I guess you're right.
Well, Rick, have you ever heard of something called cryotherapy? It's freezing treatment.
Yeah.
And yeah, you heard of it, right?
Yeah, like if you have a spinal injury, if they can like freeze you up really fast, it increases the chances that you won't be paralyzed.
No shit.
Yeah, and it may heal injuries, slow signs of aging. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where.
What else about it, Sear?
And it increases metabolism.
Really?
I'm smart too.
You should freeze yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I know some guys who are working on the...
that are trying to freeze themselves?
Well, freeze your whole self for, 100 years and then, get fixed when you're unfrozen. Because the company that does that, it's been run by amateurs up to recently. Because...
What's your next prediction of, like, the big shit coming? Like, what do you see coming in within the next 20 years?
I see, we had Google Glass, didn't work because it made you look like a dick.
Yeah.
But now we got Apple Watch, and it only makes you look like 1/3 of a dick. People can tolerate you if you're wearing Apple Watch, where if you're wearing Google Glass, somebody might punch you.
Yeah, because it implies that you're recording everything, and it feels like I feel like my privacy is being invaded.
So I think we're going to get more and more robot-y. We're going to have to fight the machines. We're going to have to become more and more like the machines.
Are we going to, how soon before we're ruled by robots?
It's not going to happen because we're going to incorporate the technology into ourselves because you got the Apple Watch now. Eventually, we're all going to be like cops with chest cameras. Everybody's going to be walking around with a brain buddy, some kind of thing that you wear on yourself that records every kind of moment of your day. And then we'll start having built-ins where, your phone might be in your mouth or some crap.
Mouth phones.
Yeah. And the only way to stay smarter than the future AI robots is to piggyback AI onto our own selves, which we're going to have to do. It'll be weird, it'll be creepy, but it's kind of inevitable. We're fighting the future right now, and to win the future, we're just going to have to robot up.
You got to robot up. I'm going to do the opposite. Shit. I'm going to go into the fucking wilderness.
Well, yeah,
I'm going to flip on that side.
Yeah, well, there'll be little like Amish communities where you can pick the level of tech that you're comfortable with.
I'm going to be that dude. I'm going to be the stinky Amish that smell like armpits when you go to the airport and you got to stand next to them.
Yeah.
They got them quilts.
You stinky.
Let's go to Amr.
Hey,
Armor,
Armor.
what's up? How's it going,
You're-
man? Yeah.
Are you on a-
I don't understand why you
Get
call
a-
yourself... What?
Get off your Bluetooth.
I'm not on my Bluetooth. I'm on my phone.
It sounds like shit. All right, keep going.
What's it called? I got a question for your member right there. How do you call yourself the second smartest man, but when you speak, you have no vocabulary? You know, when you hear a very high intelligent person speaking, they have a good vocabulary.
I can
Say
use a
words
bunch of.
and stuff.
I
But all I
I
hear
can
is
u-
saying the word stuff and this and that, like, you know?
well, hey, all right. I've been writing for TV for like 25 years. I worked in bars for 25 years. I've got a vocabulary that's appropriate to the situation.
So you're smart enough. He's actually smarter than you think because he's smart enough to speak the language that everybody can understand. He doesn't have to drop $20 words on a
I can
motherfucker.
use sesquipedalian words, but
Yeah,
nobody wants to
bitch.
hear that shit.
Yeah, hit him with some more of them sesquibillion
I
type
don't
shit.
know, that's all I have.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
hear it.
motherfuckers. Sasquatch words on your ass. You really think that a good vocabulary is a sign of intelligence? That's just a sign of good memory and good
I don't know.
education.
The SAT thinks it's a sign of good vocabulary. They'll hit you with words.
If you see other people, of high intelligence, Bill Gates, so on, speaking like that, you just hear it in their voice. You just hear that they're intelligent in their voice. They have that thing about them. But with you, man, I just can't hear that. I can't hear that sense of I'm great, I'm smart, I'm highly intelligent.
My Twitter handle's Dumbass Genius, so I'm a mix. I mean, I got a lot of
What?
stupid, okay? In with the smart, there's quite a bit of stupid. I'm like a well-marbled steak with veins of stupid running through the meat.
How smart do you think Jude is?
I got an 88 IQ, bro.
I think he's perfect. He said in high school he took a test and he got like a 126. So I think that's, ballpark. He just took an IQ test online here and didn't do well because it's a freaking online thing and you don't know what you're getting.
You're just being nice to me because I'm the host, but I appreciate that.
Frickin' to do radio, you need a pretty decent IQ because if you can't talk fast, if you can't get your thoughts out fast, you have dead air and you sound dumb, and you don't sound dumb.
You hear that, Amur? Whatever fuck your name is.
He went. He left. He had to go.
Oh,
He get a new phone.
all right. Let's play one more song and then we can wrap it up. 888-742-3345.
Yeah. This is the All Out Show on Shade 45.
We got Rick Rosner here. He is the second smartest man in the world.
Hey,
I saw you over there jamming in that Outkast, and then it made me think like, what does the genius listen to? And then I was thinking you probably listen to like Styx or some shit like that.
now, back when I was trying to get laid in the 80s, it was Prince. Prince is really thumpy,
What?
which is good for white people to dance to because it tells you when to move. Thump, 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 thump. But, it's like techno or house.
Right.
You need a thump so you can move to it.
So did you actually like Prince, or were you just
Yeah.
was it like a calculation? Like I
No,
need some
I-
thumpy shit so I know when to move.
Well, I like that part of it. Plus, Prince is dirty. I like Prince.
Yeah, Prince is a shit.
He used to perform in
And he had
leotard.
Wendy and Lisa who were hot.
Oh, I wanted to fuck Wendy and Lisa so bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I like
Who
Prince.
didn't? Who didn't want to fuck Wendy and Lisa?
Frickin'. And I liked Michael. Nobody back in like 1983, like nobody knew that Michael Jackson was weird quite yet. And so like I had one girlfriend where Thriller was her and my song because we heard it before anybody else did because the DJ at the bar I was working at got an early copy of it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That you and her would listen to Thriller together and make out, smooch to Vincent Price,
Yeah.
talking shit.
And back then, he was a ladies' man. He was with Brooke Shields and he was with Lisa Presley, and nobody knew what the real deal was.
Well, we still don't.
Come on, man.
Yeah, well,
Who knows?
with the Jesus juice.
Let's go to, actually, speaking of Jesus juice, we got Gina in San Jose. Go ahead, Gina.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up? What's your
Hey.
question?
Yeah, I was wondering if the dumbass genius, what he thought about religion, or if he's religious at all.
All right, so I believe in godlike entities. I don't believe in God the creator. I think that anything in this universe or any other universe is kind of subject to the same laws that we are. But, we've had civilization for 10,000 years, and we've had, like science as the basis for civilization for, 300-400 years. But, there could be civilizations out there that are millions and possibly billions, of years old. Anything that's able to hang out for that long is probably going to have godlike capacities. It's going to.
You believe in ghosts?
Nah, not really.
Why not?
I don't know. It seems simpler to not believe in them.
Let's go to Talia in New York. Go ahead, Talia.
Hey, how are you guys doing? My question is time travel possible, backwards or forwards? And if so, by how many seconds? Because I was told that it was possible, but by
is time travel possible? Guys, hold on one second. What's up with these phone calls, man? If they don't sound good, man, don't let them on.
All right, so time travel is mostly not possible. The bullshitty answer is, well, we're all time traveling, now, because 1 second per second we're moving into the future. But yeah, so what? Everybody, that's no fun. But mostly not. I mean, you can, in the future, you might be able to kind of half-assedly time travel by having yourself frozen and, take 10-year vacation from existence and then come back 10 years later when things are 10 years cooler.
What about that shit where you go out in space and you come back and it's 1,000 years?
That's
is that possible?
It's possible, but it's a real pain in the ass because you have to haul ass you have to accelerate. It's all acceleration under relativity. You got to haul ass out someplace else or haul ass around in a circle for a long ass time. If you're moving fast enough, and it's really hard to get up to those speeds, time doesn't pass as fast.
What if you get a Charger with a Hemi?
Yeah, still at Charger speeds, I don't know, you might be able to gain a second after 1,000 years or something.
Let's go to Boss in the D. Boss!
Hey.
Boss.
Can you hear me?
Boss.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
You want?
Okay, look, how y'all doing? I got a question on, tell me this. What did you have to do to say that you're the smartest person in the world? And two, this is to you, Drew. When you gonna get someone where you can have an intelligent conversation that sit across from you? Because you have an illiterate person you talk to every day, and that's bullshit. So that's one question for you and one question for Drew.
All right, let me answer the first one. I took an assload of IQ tests, 30 IQ tests. On about 20 of them, I got the highest score ever recorded. So I'm like the Tiger Woods before he got hit in the head with golf clubs by his pissed-off wife of taking IQ tests.
Are you is it fair to say you're the best IQ test guy and not the most intelligent guy?
Yeah, that's a more fair way of describing me.
Which is still not bad, sir.
It's not bad, but it's like a ridiculous sport, World's Strongest Man competition, where guys are, turning over truck tires.
It would just be weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good at a lot of stuff that doesn't frickin' matter. For a while, I was the greatest catcher of fake IDs in bars who maybe has ever lived.
Damn.
But who cares? It's like I'm the star of a lot of one-person sports.
There you go.
Okay.
Yo, I want to thank you for coming on
Yes.
and chopping it up with us.
And giving us brain food.
It was fun. I mean, I liked being here.
Well, you're always welcome back. If
Yeah.
we can even have some people. We can have some more questions ready for you next time, and you can just fucking slay those things.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, IQ test. Yeah.
Dumbass Genius is your Twitter handle. Dumbass Genius.
Yep.
Yes.
And you can follow him there at Dumbass Genius. You wrote a book, or are you writing a book?
I got a book proposal. For nonfiction, you don't write the whole. You wait to get a book deal. Somebody pays you to write the rest of the book. So I've got a fourth of a book. I've got the outline of the rest of the book. Hey, publishers, come on, buy my frickin' book. I spent 10 years in high school student, fake high school student by day, stripper by night. That's a hell of a story.
So hold up, all right. We'll get into that next time. You went to high school for 10 years.
Yeah.
Damn. Ooh.
I liked high school, or I didn't like it,
You
but
could, you
I
can get
understood
arrested
high
for
school.
that shit nowadays.
Well, now,
man.
but this
Like,
was back in the
like a
70s,
pederast.
80s. Yeah, I wasn't going to diddle people.
I'm sure you
Diddle.
weren't in the. You didn't take gym every class.
No.
Mr. Rosner is diddling me.
There it is. Let's go. Rick Rosner. If there's any publishers listening, which there probably are not any publishers listening, but he's got a fucking awesome story. Let's go.
This is the All Out Show on Shade 45.